here's your priorities. Here's our priorities. Number one, healthy relationship with God as a Christian. Bible reading, prayer, love Jesus, worship, relationship with God. Because if you don't have a good relationship with God, then that lack you're going to want your spouse to meet. Let me say this, a good spouse is still a bad God. And sometimes if you don't have a good relationship with God, you're giving God's responsibilities to your spouse and you're gonna crush them. Healthy relationship with each other as a married couple. You're married before you have kids and you wanna be married after they're gone. Number three, healthy relationship with each of your children as parents. As you add kids, when they're little, you could treat them like a group. When they get bigger, they've each got their own personality, their own life, their own issues, need to pursue them individually. Number four, healthy work-life balance as employees at work. And then number five, healthy relationship with extended family members and close Christian friends. Those are your priorities. Now let me ask you this. Let me ask you men, if you're gonna make a mistake, which one are you gonna push too high up the list? Work. Men will put work at 1 or 2. Women, let's be honest, once you have kids, you take number 3 and you make them number 1 or 2. This is where our priorities get inverted. I've seen Christian couples mess up, take 2 and 3, marriage and parenting, and morph it together into something they call family. That's not right. Because what holds the family together is the kids, and once the kids leave, the marriage falls apart. Or the parents overparent the adult children. Or they start bugging the adult children to give them grandchildren because the only thing that held their marriage together was children. I just explained all the dysfunction in all your relationships. You could send this to your parents and tell them I love them. So let me close with this. Your priorities need to manifest themselves in your schedule. They need to manifest themselves in your budget. You need to be able to say no to certain people and things so you can say yes to the most important people and things. And if you are in first priorities with the Lord, He's gonna love you so you can love. He's gonna forgive you so you can forgive. He's gonna teach you about covenant so that you can live in covenant. And then your spouse. And one of the greatest gifts you can give to your kids is a healthy marriage, so that they can grow up and launch and not be looking back, wondering and worrying, are mom and dad gonna make it? They're fine, they're actually on a date night. They don't even know that we've moved out. They're doing fine. And we love our kids, but I want to launch our kids and I wanna just make sure that our marriage is our priority. And then when God gives you grandkids, of course they're a priority. That being said, I love you, and I see that marriage is in crisis. And I believe that the couple that obeys the word of God has a 100% success rate in marriage, right? God made Adam, he had a relationship with God. Then he made Eve, now he's got a relationship with Eve. Then he gave them kids. You can see that creation, the divine design, are these priorities. We want you to fall in love. We want you to be happily married. We want you to grow old together. We want the last day of your marriage to be your best day. We want there to be fun on the calendar. We want there to be love in the household. We want your children to grow up in an environment where they're pro-marriage and they're hopeful for their future. And we love you and we want God's best for you. And if you obey his word, that's what you get.